Hello, I'm Heather Meyer. Welcome to the Godot Community Virtual PLC for Visual Arts High School 3D Art. Our topic is Arts Diploma Seal and what exactly that is and what are the qualifications for a student receiving a Fine Arts Diploma Seal. So in a nutshell, Jess Booth has done a lot of work in collecting data for the impact of creative fields here in the state of Georgia. And basically, her findings have shown that upwards of $62 billion in total economic impact and $37 billion in revenue for our state come from the creative fields. They employ more than 200,000 artists, actors, dancers, musicians, and administrative staff, earning over 12 billion in wages. So we know that the creative industry here in our state is booming, and in fact represent 5% of all of the employment in the state. So in response to this increased need for a creative industries workforce, Godot developed the Fine Arts Diploma Seal. It's awarded to graduating high school students who complete a Georgia Fine Arts pathway and engage in creative industry focused courses, extracurricular activities, and experiences that foster fine arts mastery. And the goal of the seal is to produce students who have college and career preparedness in art-related career fields, and it's a signal to employers and higher education institutions that students are prepared to participate in the creative economy. For your students to be eligible for the Fine Arts Diploma Seal, your district does have to submit an application, and I believe that the deadline is February 15th for the current school year. In other words, for your students to receive a Fine Art Diploma Seal for the 2022 graduating year, the application should have been submitted mid-February. So if your school has not yet done so, then look forward to next year to having that done. And once your school has been approved for the Fine Arts Diploma Seal, it is an ongoing approval. You do not have to reapply each year. As far as what the students need to complete, they have to complete a pathway. So what that looks like is a minimum of 3 full credits in visual arts. So in my system, we offer courses by semester, so it's not 3 courses for us. It would be actually 6 art courses, so 3 full years of visual arts. In addition to your visual arts courses, a 4th fine art course is required for students so that they can have an additional visual art course, or it could be a fine art course in another subject area such as theater, chorus, orchestra, band. So they end up with 4 years or 4 credits of fine arts. In addition to the 4 fine arts credits, the students also need to complete 20 hours of community service. The community service for this year was waived due to COVID, but in a typical year, this is something that can easily be achieved through your National Art Honor Society. So, going back to what we discussed in previous sessions, the importance of having some type of extracurricular club or program where your students can, in an organized way, achieve these 20 hours of community service is really helpful. In addition, they have to have a capstone presentation of their experiences. For many of us, not all of our students are maybe in advanced placement or IB, where there is a exhibition of work with artist statement at the end of their year. So at my school, we typically have a Fine Art Diploma Seal exhibition. So those students that wouldn't otherwise have an exhibition of their work have to produce pieces from whichever art courses they choose, a combination of, or if they really only like the work that they did in photo, that can just be their photo work. And they have to present that work along with an artist statement. So, something that talks about their experience and how art has impacted their lives during their high school experience. I hope that you have found this information useful, and I really encourage all of you to have this available to your students. The students love the gold seal that they get on their diploma, and our county has come up with a really wonderful tradition of providing cords for all of our fine art diploma seal students. So, and we know these graduating seniors love to drape themselves in cords. So, that is our experience and what we do. So, the kids get really involved and invested in it. And it's just a really wonderful way to honor the work that they have done, and also to show them how it connects with a real world experience. Like, you are working with, creative thought processes and materials, and that can help you in a post-secondary situation, whether it be going directly into the workforce or going into a college or trade program. Thank you.